What's the deal, gang? What's up, my brother? How we doing? I just got out of bed like 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. I could not move. I could not freaking move. And then I remembered I didn't finish the joint that I lit during stream yesterday. And I left it in the barbecue, in the grill. I went downstairs, took it off the grill, took a few pulls. I said, fuck it, we're gonna run. We're gonna run Asian session. I need your help to make it a vibe, gang, because I feel like shit. I was looking to have sells here at this white line earlier when the market closed before we opened today. This was the idea for sells, but I kind of missed it right now, getting ready and getting dressed and coming down here. I wonder if we'd make that bottom wick first or not, but still, it was really solid play. If you guys looked, there was all these wicks coming off that area.
He made the bottom wick first. He didn't miss anything. Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah. Look, it looked really good right now because this is the low I was looking for. And if you look across, you see these wicks as we were coming up. They were bouncing into there. Right into that closure. And we were going to wick the same way. This into that area, probably get down to the same levels here roughly. See that support? Kind of playing that range. Identical. So the buy limits were actually pretty good here too. Could have played this whole range because it's just mirroring. Boom. We are likely to see the But let's see the daily close bullish as well. So we're continuing up on the daily. That would fall in line with the daily analysis there. The 4 hour close, that support, that will fall in line with the daily analysis as well. Yeah, we're looking to come up here. Wow, the hourly close, no top wick. Current hourly's got one, all right? And if it's got one, we can absolutely head up now, breaking the previous hour, well, the current hourly top wick. Let's see how the 30 plays here. I want to see what levels we're at. Yeah, now that we've reacted at that level, come down, and we've kind of tapped these areas across to the left. Should be moving right back up, but we're quite a bit away from some clean range. Okay, if we're able to create a top wick, hold on, let me think for a second because it doesn't look that great on the 30. Look at this fluke right here opening up underneath. That's not a level. Okay, what I'm thinking of here is we have this wick to fill here for 45 pips to the left right here. And then we have the rest of the range to fill. So 24, which is another 50 pips. So we got about 100 pips worth of range from the break of the high here. I think the key will be to attempt to come back down back in range on the next 30. We got 100 seconds here. Let's see how we close first. We'll close. I would like to come up today. I would like to come up and fill yesterday's daily wick. That's what I would like. If you really think about it, yesterday's candle closed as a bearish leg candle, because if you look at where the 4-hour closed, where the day actually closed, it closed right here. And if the day closed right there, then this candle here technically, I don't know why the daily closed before that, but technically this is what the daily looks like. Would it not make sense now the next candle, bottom wick, and start filling the leg candle wick up? There's up, right? You get that bottom wick and start filling the leg candle up. Yeah. That monthly swing idea. I'm good. UW for showing up. I thought so too. And then I went downstairs. I smoked a joint and I saw an outreach of messages to me talking about hope we feel better and like all that shit. And I'm like, man, I'm coming out. I'm coming out to play. Remember your friends would show up at your window. Hey, could the wicks come out? You'd be like, and your mom would be like, no, he can't go anywhere. He's sick. And you'd be like, oh, come on. And now you don't do that shit. You're sick. You're like, yeah, I want to get some rest. Nah, I wanted to be a kid again and be like, come on, ma. Let me out. All right, we faked out here, gang. 30 faked out, 15 closed back below the range. But there's a level here we're holding. This is a little funky. Too choppy, too choppy. I have ideas here for the 15 and the 30, but the hourly doesn't fall in line, and it's it just makes it too choppy in this case. What you looking for? Another one? How much candy can you have? You want the same one? Forehead? I know they're yummy, but I don't want you eating all of them. Let's take a green one. Where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? Huh? Where's Sammy? Had she had one? No. Okay. No, I'll give it to her when she comes down here. I'll give it to her. Close the door. Thank you. Zoom door? Oh, yeah. Okay, gang, we get a closure above 47.12. We're going to look for buys up to 47.23. We just need a closure. Funny, right? 100 pips up, 100 pips down, 100 pips up. Just all in one candle doing going up, one candle going down. We're looking for this. Same thing just happened in the previous range. Right here. We want that right here. We get a closure above here. I would like to go up, and that would fall in line with our narrative. We would be up above this support. We would be up above this support. We would be up above previous resistance. We would have a closure above the range. We have a wick to fill. We have the rest of the range that's clean to the left. There's no chop right here. All right. So closure above should bring us up. We want to see. What we want to see. Lies here. Stops here. Maybe here. Best community on YouTube, gang. Drop a like, subscribe. Let's help with this grow this community. Yes, thank you. Please, I'm not in my usual self. I'm so freaking sick right now. I got a fever. My ears are popping. I think that's the worst thing. It's not even the fever or just feeling down or like no energy, right? Drinking some tea here. My throat hurts. My nose is stuffed. But the worst part is the ears. My ears keep popping and that hurts. Everything else I could deal with. My ears, and when they pop, it's like, ooh. Gotta drink that tea while it's hot. Drinking tea with honey. Gotta have some money to have some honey. Yeah, look at that. That will fall in line with the hourly here. We're breaking its own high. Man, can we get a closure without this thing running? Let's see. We got 9 minutes for a closure here. Yeah, please drop a like, sub to the channel. Please share this stream. We've been on an absolute tear here in quarter two. Unstoppable. Quarter two, man. I can't talk about April without mentioning March, right? And March is last month of quarter one, but boy, oh boy, March, April. Now May. It was just, you guys should have at least doubled your accounts here in quarter two. At least. Bro, March was insane. Yeah, Q2, well, March and March, April, May in general. I don't say Q2, but March, month 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the year. We rolling through this year, running it up. Yeah. I'm in a much better space this year, April, than I was last year, April. So much further ahead in terms of trading, in terms of risk management, in terms of understanding the charts, being able to see right through them. I thought it was fucking invincible last year. You know, when we went to 5 months with no losses, the 140 trade win streak. And then you take those losses and you start questioning things, but then, like, this is why the fuck you take those losses. So a year later, you could be happy you took those losses. Man, there was so many lessons there. There were so many lessons last year, quarter two. Worst month this year was February. Then after that, I'm back up major. Yeah, W. My worst month was January, and really, the worst thing was my first 2 weeks of January. Those were losing weeks, and then we just started the year off tough. And I usually say how you start the year off is how you're gonna spend it, right? But the funny thing is, the very first trade of the year was a W, and then I went on a losing streak. So I was like, fuck it, no, I won the first trade of the year. I'm gonna spend the rest of the year winning, even though I lost the first couple of weeks. I learned the most when I was in deep drawdown too last year. Yeah, when we were taking 400 to 500 pip drawdown, that's where the lessons happen. That's when you sit there and you're like, how could this have been optimized? And you learn so much, like, while staring at your drawdown. Man, when DD came back this year, we was sitting there with fucking sniper rifles.
Yo,
Yo. We was ready for it.
what are you doing?
What are you doing, my friend? Last year was massive mental growth for me personally. Yeah. I think last year was a big year for a lot of us. In terms of lessons and growth, in terms of, you know, making moves forward and progressing towards prosperity. Like from last year, it wasn't like from last year to this year, but last year was a catalyst for a lot of growth for a lot of people. Last year was the people are like, this is the year I'm gonna do it. This might not be the year you do it. Next year might not be the year you do it, but last year might be the reason that you do it. That might be the year that you get up there, but 2025 will be the reason you got up there. Big reason. So yeah, finish the clip of that joint. We got 3 minutes here, by the way. We might have a bias here on the break of the next candle high. Mark, do you remember Brampton Honey Badgers? Is that a baseball team? From Toronto? What is that? I knew last year was good when I filed my taxes. You know when I knew it was good? When I didn't get a tax return. You know the year was good when you don't get no tax returns. Just had a whole bunch of write-offs. Basketball minority team? What do you mean basketball minority? Is it a bunch of Muslims? Like a Muslim basketball team. Maybe a few Filipinos. What's a minority team? Isn't every team a minority team, basically? For basketball, they're all black. think a lot of the gang from the clubhouse reached a new level last year, especially the ones to show up every day. Yes. What is that 100 pip sell? That's from last night. Last night in Asian. Your Knicks are wiping my team through the dirt. Yeah. Brampton basketball in Ontario. Yeah, I know what Brampton is. It's basically our Hialeah, or it's your Hialeah. We got Hialeah, you got Brampton. No, we got Liberty City, you got Brampton. I gotta roll another joint. I finished this tea. Almost. It's a layer of honey on the bottom of that cup, like this thick. Right now, I'm watching the Pistons-Cavaliers game. Pistons up by 6. Drink miso soup, bro. Do I look like I'm in a sushi spot? Drink miso soup like this shit's readily available. Seconds here. 30 doesn't really have a bottom weight, right? Down and right. We're gonna have to really attempt to come down here. Looks like Tokyo. The lighting. No, we're not in Tokyo. We're in sunny South Florida. You're from Dade County? No, Broward. Broward. All right, how do we close here? Brother, ew. Ew, brother. Ew. All right, if we can create a bottom, if this 30 can flip, bearish. We'll take the we'll have a buy stop, right? If we can break the previous 15 low, grab a bottom wick for it. If this thing can come down, bounce here, we'll have a buy stop on the break of the current candle high. So take it up, fill the wick. The wick is our advantage point, the rest of the range. But I need this 30 to flip bearish to attempt to drive down, because if you see the previous 30 closed bearish below this level, so this can definitely flip and take us down to support. But if it can flip, fail that drive and come back up and have the 15 looking like this, right? If we can get that bottom wick into there, I will look for the break of the highs here. I need to create a wick for this area for the previous candle. Come on. Ooh, it might not get there. We have a level running across from here. See? See, does it tap it and come up? Might be. Stop here. We'll see. Oh, come on. Give it a flip. Give it a flip. Give it a flip. Give it a flip. I'd love to have both, right? You want the 30 flip and then the 15 flip in that order. 30 flip gives the market a chance to drive down. The 15 flip confirms that that failed and the drive's continuing back up. If not, I mean, there's 13 minutes left on this hourly and we'll just wait it through. Like if this starts happening too late or if we don't see it or we don't get it. Chopping it up side by side. Yeah, if we don't get it right now, we're going to wait for the 30 and let's see if we can close on the 30 above there. Oh, man, it's coming up. We got the wick fill. Yeah, I think if we break that high, we should be good to go. That'll be the 1 hour flip, too. You ready here? tops looking like. Okay, about 60. Minutes. Might be a next hour position. Let's see what does 15 want to do. Ideally, look, because we don't have a 30 closure above yet, but we do have the 15, and the previous 1 hour was bullish. Ideally, we can have this 30 close right above the range like the 15 did, which would close this candle. Doji bearish, right? Or something like this. It would close that candle like this, which means we're respecting this previous resistance now as a support as we're getting closure above. The 30 would close above. The 15 would respect it. The hourly would be above here in 10 minutes. And at that point, everything lines up. And what you're looking for is just bottom wick and a break of the highs. That would be your position. So yeah, this is on the next 30. We're gonna wait for this 30 to see if we can close above, and if not, if the 30 flips here and starts coming down, depends where we close at that point, but it'll be a bit tougher because I'd rather come up. Yeah, I'd rather come up and retest the highs that we've had at 47.50. 770. Oof, people at the Zoom door. Gotcha. Hey, while we wait here, we got 8 minutes to go, gang. Can you guys help me roll this joint? Somebody break this up. Somebody break this up, and I need somebody else to bring me a filter. Dang. Be a personal joint roller. You know, I took NyQuil yesterday. By the time I got off stream, when we were done with that 100 pip banger, my head was spinning like I just had a fucking 6-pack of Don Julio. Can you even have a 6-pack of Don Julio? See, I don't know nothing about no alcohol. But that's what it felt like. I was like, yo, you sick while you smoke? Because that's the only thing, that's the only reason I'm here. I smoke for you guys. That's the only reason I'm here for the stream. If I didn't smoke that joint, like I sent out the message in the Discord that I'm probably not showing I feel sick, but I went downstairs. I remembered I had that joint. I wasn't gonna roll because I had no strength, nothing. And then I remembered I had that joint from yesterday, and I smoked it. And I was like, nah, we're gonna run this stream. Let's fucking go. And then I started the stream, and I started second guessing myself. But then I had some tea, and then you guys come here and bring the vibe. Yeah, NyQuil. You don't understand. My head was spinning for 4 hours, and I couldn't fall asleep. So I took another NyQuil. My head started spinning for the next 24 hours.
You the holy J, bro.
Yeah. I got this. Spent 10 years with the Zaza. Okay. What? Yes, what? Does she know I'm sick? Who told her? Okay. Okay. She never called me, but I'll call her after stream. You can tell her right now, text to say dad. Say dad's streaming, he'll call you after he's done. Okay. 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 I'll call. Love you too. My daughter's over here telling me that my mother called me. Grandma call back. Grandma, if you're watching, I'll call you back after stream. Anyway, so the Zaza is the only reason I'm here. Like crap, but you got me here. How much you risk per trade? It's different to every trade. Every trade's different. There are trades I go heavy on, trades I go less heavy on, anywhere between, I can go anywhere between 1 and 10% and be cool with it. But it like based on the numbers, like based on my, like, because you know roughly how much you're gonna win or lose per trade, like based on, because you take it all the time. So it's just somewhere, I don't calculate the risk there. It's just somewhere between, it's always somewhere between, like, you know, on average, maybe like 3, 5, 7%, something like that. It just varies. There's trades that I'll go heavier on. There's trades I'll add pineapples on. Like last week, I had pineapples on that 4-hour. I was exposed maybe like 15-20%. It was a lot, but it was a very high probability trade for us. But it was rare because I had a pineapple. I had my full position. I didn't plan for a pineapple, but then I saw it after. But usually, if I plan for a pineapple, I'll split my position up. Yesterday was a banger. Yeah, yesterday was fucking wild. I went heavy on that too. On the 100 pips, and I went heavy on it. How much you make percentage on that trade yesterday? Maybe 4%. Dynamic risk. Some places tell you to just risk 1% per trade. Yeah, it's a general rule of thumb for a newer trader, but not every trade is the same. Not every position, you know, is equal to the previous one or the last one or the next one. There's absolutely trades you should drop your risk on. Like, why would you not manage risk when with every candle, you know, the data that's provided to you changes, right? Updates. So if the markets are not static, they're very dynamic, right? Why would your risk be static? No, it's got to be very dynamic. It's got to be, the risk has to update with the way the charts update. So if the market is dynamic, then your trade has to be dynamic. Your hold on a second, chat. give me a sec. I got some fam here. Hold on a sec. All right, pushing up here for the new hour. Yeah, there wouldn't have been any positions for me. We didn't close above. You guys like the break of the highs? That's cool. Not for me. As said, we needed a closure above. We did not get one. Kind of close, respecting that minor resistance there. Made a mistake. Got to donate money back to church. Donate to your own pocketbook. Exactly, Cinder. Cindra's handout. There's that bullish push we were talking about. Let it push to create structure. We're out of a chop, right? We're out of this crappy chop. We didn't get a closure above, so we couldn't take advantage of this buy, right? It closed back in range here on the 15. The hourly held, right? The hourly closed bearish here too. But still pushing up. So we understood the direction. There's no way to take an entry there. Couldn't get in anywhere. But now that we have volume, right? Because we're closing outside the range, we're pushing outside the range. We're going to get a closure outside the range here. We just gotta get our timing right. And we know we have volume. The actual closure outside the range will be an indication of volume. If there was no volume, we would not close outside this range. So if there was no volume, price would have stuck in here, right? Between 13 and 2. But drove out. 7 minutes from now, it's going to close outside. When it does that, your indication of volume, because if there was no volume, you would not have done that. If so facto, be a volume. Buys and payout secured. W. Just taking these buys blindly because I said I'm looking for buys. Ding. You are God. No one is God. But I do ask him to do his work through me. Time. It's a funny thing to say when I got 666 wins here. I wonder if Kenny's at the arena right now, watching the Pistas game. Yeah, imagine we have the same exact sells we had here last night for the 4 hour. This was at 10 p.m. last night right here on the 4 hour. We might be the same thing here at 10 p.m. the 4 hour. I'd have the same exact trade here. Where do we get entries last night? Somewhere here, right? Somewhere over there. Put 100. This was the drop down. That was our position. We'll see what happens. That trade, that would have to be us closing we would have to close below here, below 47.23. We'd have to get a bottom wick. We'd have to get a top wick on the next 4 hour, and then we'd have to re-break that bottom wick. So, like, did it happen? Yeah. But we won't know unless we wait another 45 minutes to an hour. You had the flu for the last 8 days. I don't think I have the flu, but I don't know what I have. I am just blah. Down, down, down. I have no energy. No, not much. Not much energy until I had that joint and until I spoke to you guys and you guys. Yeah, it's contagious. You all have it now. I also got kids who are like, Dad, can we help you? How can we help you? I was like, yeah, let me get this and that. And they're like, okay. And then they come back and they're like, how do we do that? I was like, all right, let me go show you. At the end of the day, did double the work. Showing them what I need and then just doing it instead of just doing it. Yeah. Taking care of myself, teaching them how to take care of me if I ever need to. I'm also never like sick. It's very rare for me, like fever or flu. I don't know, maybe twice in the last 5 years, 3 times. It's rare. So when it happens, nobody believes me. Nobody believes that I'm sick. I was like, yeah, whatever, bro. Just go to work. I don't even tell people I'm sick. I don't tell nobody. What's the bundle include? Come on, man. First of all, you will catch all the trades that we take off stream, right? In the bundle, you get private channels, you get your private chats, you get your private Zoom access, you get your private streams, the Sunday Market Asia Open only for the private channel, private giveaways. I give away 50K accounts only to the people in the private channels, right? In that stream, in the private streams, they get a giveaway 50K every single week. Somebody wins every single Sunday, and it's only for the private channel members. Some people have won like 3, 4, 5 accounts already. And you get your private signals, right? Obviously, private giveaways. So, private channels, private chats, private streams, private Zooms, private giveaways, and private signals, right? And on top of that, right now, if you sign up, you also get a 50K instant funded account, not a challenge account, not a go, past challenges, an instant funded account. The account value is like 300 on its own. So if you were just gonna go get the funded account, you'd pay like 300. You're paying less than $100 for the bundle. Oh, and then you're getting that $300 account. Also, yeah. Also, you're activated real trading. No, I don't think so. Also, a lot of the people that have already signed up have received their accounts. If I join now, will I definitely get the account, or you're already done with the 10 accounts you talked about on your stories? I'm done with the accounts I talked about on my stories, yes, but I extended it through the end of the month. Anyone that signs up this month, only this month. Anyone that signs up this month will get a 50K account. As long as you do it this month, you'll get a 50K account. Somebody asked me yesterday, and I had already filled up 10. Like, damn, so this is not going to happen. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to extend it. You guys got yours already, right? You guys, a lot of you guys that signed up yesterday, day before yesterday, they got the bundle. You guys already have your accounts to trade. Yeah, I got mine's already. Mad, pretty quick. Yeah. A lot of you guys should have received your accounts already. Just got yours today. W, there you go. Rhythm fingers, yes, sir. Hector, yes. I got it in giveaway, but yeah. W. You got more time, Wix. Free Florida trip giveaway? Bro, I'm not fucking PW. What's the PC giveaway? I'm not Bray Thorn. He's 10 minutes here, 10 minutes for the sturdy. When is the PC giveaway? We should give it. What kind of PC would you want to be given away? Anyone else having this issue? Says 97, but it's 122 at checkout. Maybe it's where you're located. It might be your like region. It might be your country or your region. It might be the taxes. I don't know. Where are you located? Might be a WAP thing, but it's definitely 97 in the shithole UK. Yeah, it's probably a WAP thing. Probably a WAP for wherever you are. It's $25 extra. Bro, can you explain again? Live account without challenge? Yes. You get the bundle, you get that account. Yo, why are we spending the stream marketing that? It's not that hard to understand. You get the bundle, you get access to all our trades, you get access to the entire private community, everything that we do outside of streams, inside of streams, every possible thing that gets done with the community, all the private channels, the chats, the Zoom access, right? The no delay on streams, the YouTube, the Sunday open Asian session, all of that, that's all private. You get signals that we take outside of the streams, right? Pre-Asian, pre-London, post-Asian, post-London, post-New York, right? Late in New York, power hour. And all that under $100 and an account. Why are we marketing this? This is basic. This is basic. You like, it's like a no-brainer. It's under $100 a month for you to have. I would just get it, just for signals alone, period. Because that pays for your entire year, your entire month of signals in one trade. But then you get an account on top of it. I would just get the account by itself without the signals for that much. But you're getting both. I would get either or. for that much. And it's like, people are like, I don't understand. But is it free? Yeah, it's worth it for Zoom access alone, honestly. And then it's worth it just for the private channels alone. Some people charge fucking $150 just for Discord. Just to talk to you on Discord. Just so you could talk to them on Discord. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're getting all this shit. And people are like... People charge that just for a chat, or that just for signals, or just for the account. I'm not here to make fucking moolah on you. I'm not here to make a buck on you. But I'm also not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna make it a completely free and public and everybody gets out. You gotta show, you gotta be a little proactive. I can get you to the door, but you gotta walk through it, Neo. Right? You gotta be proactive on your end. When you ask God to be happy, he doesn't make you happy. He provides you with blessings, and then it's up to you to be happy with them or not. Okay, so no matter what things are blessing you, you can take it one way or the other. Be happy with them or not. I can't force you, but it's like it just makes no sense. There should be over 1,000 people in the bundle right now. It's just like we've been running it up. It makes no sense. The people still text me. He's like, damn, I should have joined last month. I should have joined 2 months ago. I'm like, well, like, help yourself. No one's gonna be like, all right, you need to join this. I'm gonna sign you up, honey. No. Help yourself. This is your future we're talking about. Here, get the bundle. No bottom wick here on the hourly. Bottom wick on that previous. Got $250 NBA parlay tonight. Nice. What kind of parlay got going? Oh, we done flip bullish here on the 15, so there's no resistance printing here just yet. 3 minutes. I think if we could have held this 30 plus have a bearish 15, we could have looked for the next 30 top look entry for the sells here, just to get down to these areas. If you can add crypto option, I will be glad, man. Should be up. It was up last year. To confirm, if I join now, I get full access to everything and instant sim funded top 1 futures account. Yes, I don't think it's an instant sim. It's a straight to sim. That's what it's called. But it's not a challenge account. Funded. Are you using Trade Evade or Ninja? Sorry, I only use Project X, so I don't know what that is. Yeah, right now we're using TradingView. Either through Trade Evade or Ninja Trader. Project X is only for Top Step. Nobody else has Project X except Top Step. It doesn't matter what the platform is if you can't get a payout. Double futures only allows Trade Ninja. This is not the only allowed. That's just who they work with right now, I guess. But more things are coming. I know they were working or trying to work on because when I went to Colombia with the owners, right, they were talking about bringing in Trade C, or they're exploring a couple of different options. Trade C is just very expensive to license. And then you guys saw what I was talking about yesterday with the Edge Pad coming soon. So, like, I don't know. We'll see. That could be more expensive than Trade C. But it had a lot of nice features that you would want. Just make your user experience much better. Are you using TradingView if top one doesn't even allow it? No, what do you mean? You can trade on TradingView just right here. You see? Ninja Trader. Do Ninja Trader. That's the broker. On TradingView, you connect any broker you want. You go to trade down there and you connect. Where is it? Down here, and you connect any broker you want. It's gonna close here. Not looking too great. Not really. Bearish candle. 30's closing. We're holding resistance. All right. That closure. Yeah. I'm gonna take a. Yeah, that moved down. I'm gonna take a sell right here. Market sell, market. Damn, that was too late. I'm gonna take it here anyway. That was really late. We needed a top wick here. I wanted it off the top wick. Damn, I didn't see that till the last second. Might add on a pineapple there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stops to break even. I'm gonna close nothing. Whoa, 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 whoa. There goes that. My stops to break even hit really quickly. Entry should have been up here. Well, that sucks. Sorry, I'm controlling like 3 terminals here. We have a leg candle, right? You can't have this come back to the flip.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's a 15 late.
That's a 50, but yeah, I was fine with it because we've tapped the top of the body on here, right? So we should have, that's where entry would have been, the top of the body, knowing that we have a reaction there. I would not have closed anything at all, no matter what. I would have looked for the bottom of the range here, but I just know how to play the leg candle, right? If we take it off the top here, then as soon as it breaks the previous candle, you go break even, and then it should not come back to the top to fill the leg candle. But if it does, you should close, right? You should go break even because the leg candle has this top wick to fill. You eventually will. Yeah, it was a break even there. Signals one pip. 1 pip. Instant sim funded to Ignite instant funding. Wait, so you're currently using the same accounts you give in the bundle, or you got 100K? I got a 150K. Can I have a coupon for you? Are you serious? It's under 100 bucks. Bro. Funded accounts have a lot of rules. Take away a lot of account attention. 1 minute man. Your buys. Yeah, I'm not going to take any buys unless we're above the range, but I did like the sells off the top wick here because that happened too quickly. When you're managing multiple terminals, it's hard to see that. It's hard to...
I mean, I like the fact that the 30 is bullish, or it would now just flip. But
I just like the fact that the 30 closed below. That's why it gave me more confluence to take the sells. 15 closed respecting, right? Closed as a bearish candle, and the 30 closed below. Everything's telling me resistance holding. I'd like to take the sells. The problem is the leg candle on the 15, so you need this 15 to close, which means we might still get it. We might still get that position to come back down. We just need this 15 to close. You know what? No, we're gonna need the 30 to close because that's the 4 hour. Next 15 is the last 15 of the 4 hour, and I hate trading the last 15 of the 4 hour because you usually see a pullback. Where you from? Right near the beach, boy. Tells us to guess that close out for 250. That's it. Rookie numbers. Previous daily, like candle. Yes, that's what we're coming up. That's what I spoke about earlier. Remember I was talking about the daily. If you really look at it, hold on. Right there. See, I was talking about the daily actually closed like this.
Yep.
Because it's where the 4 hour is, right? So this is what you'd look for on the daily, that bottom wicking to come up.
But I'm wondering if the rest of Asia and London will fill the rest of that wick on the daily. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see.
Burrito said I didn't get mine. Yeah, because you signed up last night. These are people from 2 days ago. I think there was a few signups last night that's still waiting on their account, but most people got them. You're gonna get yours is on the way. Don't worry. Go to I'm not sure if you went. Go to you definitely received a message on WAP. Go to WAP, answer that message. If you guys haven't done so yet, if you signed up but you haven't answered any messages on WAP, you're not gonna receive your account. Go to WAP and answer the message. Yeah, I'm waiting on... Okay. Ja, Montez, Drizza. Burita, SM, Ramo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 5 are still waiting. Everyone else should have received their account. I didn't receive any message. Because you just signed up. Wait. Wait, it'll show up. Still in gonna be. Oh, you left that cell? Yeah, I cannot. Not once market pulled back up to our highs. Like I said, right? Leg candle, we can have a leg candle fill. So our job is to get in on the wick. We would not have been able to stay there anyway. Because if we took the tip of the, right here, when the wick came up here first, it came down, gave you 41 pips, and then it re-broke that high. And as it re-breaks that high, I'm never in there, but I would not have collected here anything. I would have just been BE and waited to the bottom of the range. So we would not have seen anything. It would have been the same result had we gotten in up here or down here. You thought it was an automatic thing? No. When my team gets them, they sift through them, making sure it's legit, and then they'll send you a message. Yeah, nice job if you guys held. Cannot, after we close bullish on every time frame, hold that. Always close early on go trades. No, I just manage risk when I feel like risk needs to be managed. Yeah, I didn't close early yesterday, the day before that, or the day before that. Just risk management. I'm not going to let this ride up against me knowing that this was a late candle. Yeah, it went in our direction, the closure, right? But still a late candle. We should have had the tip of the wick, and at the end, after that, we should not come back there. If we come back there, we have no business being in that trade. Because that's no longer our position. You might be ahead probability-wise, but no longer our position. Why you went BE fast? I didn't. We broke the lows. We go BE. Market came back. Why don't you ask the market why it came back instead of running? By the way, I paid 97, not 122. If you do Apple Pay without adding your details, it lets you pay only 97. So there you go. Figured it out. For people at the Zoom door, come on in. You figured it out. Ow. There's the 4-hour pullback, right? Trying to create that wick. Anybody the team watching the stream right now? Yeah, of course. They have to. Oh, more people at the Zoom door. Come in. Wicksphere No Man Warrior. Abby. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's tough, right? 'Cause you're taking the leg handle without other things supporting your push, right? Like if this was
Well,
above the range,
I thought that when you took your position, that bottom wick, that would be the bottom wick to continue to drive up, but it just
I think
yeah.
you wanted the leg handle to look like this. If this was like that, then you can take that bottom wick here. Knowing you closed above the range, you should. Okay?
Yeah.
But like this, I think that's a bit tough to take it right into resistance because you have range to fill, but you have orders to break through. So it might break through them, but it's a bit tough. You would have an easier time. I think you would have smashed right through it if you on that first one if you were above. Because you didn't have orders to get through, and over there you were just been filling the range. Now you have orders to get through to fill the range. You haven't beat the final boss yet. Just get the closure above. Good read though. We expected this to come back down to these areas at the very least. 15 closed there. Last 15 of this 4 hour. 4 hour. Heavily bullish. If we can get some bottom wicks on the next 4 hour to come up here, it'd be great. But we're also at the 4 hour target, right? And if that's the case, can we have the same sells we had last night? $13. This will be very key how we close here. Look, 30 leg candle right now. Can we close like this? If that's the case, we might have top wick sells, right? We might have next candle rebreak of its own low after it creates one and makes a top wick. Like that could be something we do too. And then it's the same position that we had here last night. We're right at the same level where we took entry last night. Yesterday's entry was 4722.5. Look where we're at right now. 4722.5. This is exactly where we took the sell yesterday. 4722.5. 12 minutes here. We must wait 12 minutes and it might not stay there. Might just. We shall see. Can I get that account before you took the trade? There's no way you get an account tonight. It's just not going to happen. The account gets sent from top one, and top one, it's not Wix 9. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure their offices are closed. So your accounts will be mañana. Tomorrow. And probably by end of day tomorrow because it's Friday. So I don't expect you to trade them, to be able to trade them till our Sunday private Asian session, right? But guess what? You don't have to wait till Monday now because Sunday, now you have access. Since you got that account, you got access to the Sunday weekly market open, right? The private Asian session that we're going to do on Sunday. And guess what? On that stream, we're also going to do another 50K giveaway. So you could have received the 50K account right now as you signed up. And then on Sunday, we're going to do the giveaway just for the private gang. And you might win another account. So you might have, if one of the new people wins, you might have 2 accounts going into next week just by signing up for the bundle. So that's going to happen to somebody, I'm fairly sure. Imagine. Yeah, I don't know if I want to signs up last minute, and all of a sudden Monday morning comes and you got 250K accounts you're working on. I just stopped. Yeah, I think a lot of people were in positions in buys and sells just within that 23 to 13 range, right? 13 to 23. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for the stream. Much love again. Get the bundle. Nate, why you dipping? Tell me you got a W already. Yes, sir. Held the cells. All right. All right, Josh. See you later. Yeah, I'm really not looking to hop off right now. I'm gonna get some positions on this 4 hour. Wondering if we can get a support formed here now, right? If we can get a support formed at around 24 areas, man, where did we come up from before? Look at that. There used to be a resistance right there. You see that? Closed with no top wick. Bonk, bonk. So that's a resistance / support once we're up above it. Now let's see if that falls in line with anywhere else. Falls in line with the previous resistance we just broke. Got some coffee. I'm ready to stay a while. Wait for a setup. Yeah, I'm looking for something. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff again. You guys see this push? You start to realize as we're closing above here, we are very, very, very overextended. Got 1 minute here. The 4 hour is going to close bullish, really bullish, but that is one messed up top wick for a 600 pip 4 hour candle, 20 pip top wick. All right, I don't mind trying to ride up to the next range here. See if we can tap some kind of resistance. What we want is a resistance formed here, right? Because we are overextended, you need a resistance. I want to take some buys, but you need a resistance. You see volume, heavy bullish volume came in last moment, got us over this level above all of the resistance. There's no more resistances in the way for this range. The only thing we have is back up here for this next range, which is where I think we need to play based on the monthly. Remember we were talking about the monthly leg candle fill up. That's where I think we need to play based on a monthly at the top of this range. So I got a closure outside the range there. Got a top wick. Yeah, if it breaks up here, I'm not going to be in a position. But if we can get some kind of bearish closure, or if we can make a steeper bottom wick, then we might look for a bottom wick back, attempting the previous range. But as we're coming up here now, I'm not really. I need structure. We are overextended. Yes, we're pretty overextended. And you know what helps that? A resistance. Man, if we can get a 15 bearish, right? Or even a 30 bearish like this, to then come up and break the highs. We get a 15 seller replay or 30 seller replay. That's the hourly breaking its own high, the 4 hour breaking at the previous 4 hour high. And we'll be able to have a drive to first of all fill the 4 hour wick, come up to this hourly level up here, and we'll have a 15 or a 30 seller replay. If it's a 30, then the 15 held support. If it's a 15 seller replay, then the 30 is rebreaking its own high, and the hourly is rebreaking its own high, and the 4 hours rebreaking its own, the previous 4 hour high. So a lot of things would be going here for us if we get some kind of resistance form, and then we can break that, right? Very similar to what happened here. Resistance form broke, resistance here broken, right? But right now we don't have that resistance. The problem is the way these printed here, we couldn't take it. The way it printed here, it couldn't take it. Maybe it prints here the way we could take it. But you do want buys with that heavy 4 hour closure, and it's above the range. Yeah, it's not massive wick, but 25 pips, still a wick. So we could fill that with momentum and fill the rest of the range. Uh-oh. What did you do? This candle, no bottom wick. I'm fine with that. Breaking the highs here. Gonna print structure at some point. Whenever it does, we'll take it. Right now, it just hasn't done so yet. Oh my God. I can't even blow my nose anymore because it burns. Wow, go. Just wow. Reggie tight as fuck. Reggie had entries down here. I'm not laughing at you, bro. Like, that's, you gotta understand. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. Your next position matters. Forget what the fuck happened here. What happened here. It doesn't matter. You probably won't remember. You're gonna look at this in a week and be like, wait, what? I don't even know where the fuck that was on the chart. It's irrelevant. Focus on the shit that you can control, right? And let everything else fall into place. The only thing I think we could have done better was get a top wick there. But I'm sorry, the best thing we could have done was get the top wick here at 8 a.m. That's the only level I was paying attention to this level from like 4 o'clock. I saw the charts at 4 p.m. I was like, yep, that's a level. Look across all the wicks that go into there. Bang, 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 bang. As we hopped on stream, you probably saw it was marked up. Look, the 4 hour doesn't really have a bottom wick here. This is minor. Can we come down and make one? Hey gang, drop a like and sub to the channel if you can, please. Do us a favor. Do everyone a favor. Help out. Help the community out. I need your help to grow this community. The only way we can do that is we got to break the YouTube algo, right? Smash the like button and share the stream, sub to the channel. All of that helps. Yeah, I showed up sick today. If not for any other reason, then at least drop a like for that. Like the Jordan flu game. Remember that? 6:30 was looking like a leg candle hit for a little while, and then it bumped. Last 30 minutes. Your Discord link in the Insta bio is not working, by the way. Yeah, I think there's a new link. If you see something not working, can you guys just drop that in the Discord somewhere? Just let us... Your Discord link is not working. Can you go into our Discord and let us know about that? I just realized. Look. See, if you don't voice things out, sometimes they sound smart in your head, and then you say them, and you're like, nope, that was a pretty dumb statement. Ay, man. Remember, no matter what it looks like right now, oh, does this look like a position? You still don't have a resistance formed, right? You still very overextended. Broke out of this chop that we were living in, and we formed some structure outside of it so we could take advantage. Perfect. $15's gonna close here. 30 still open. 15's gonna close above. What are we gonna do on this 30? The no leg candle, right? But this was a possible leg. Oh, well, let's see what happens. Maybe we get that leg candle that Reggie and I were talking about. Okay, something that looks like. Because we can look at this as a support of sorts at 47.25 when we get back there. Did not really get that closure on the 15. Bottom wick first. Ooh, that is interesting. Yeah, we get down to support here. I'll have a buy stop to fill the wick up. We need to attempt to come back down in range. Broke the previous candle low. I just want to have this on screen so it's easier to start adjusting. I'm not looking for buys off this area. This is, we're coming down here. The 30s flipped, the hourly's flipped, the 4 hours flipped. We can literally come down heavy. But if this 15 can slingshot, bounce off this area, and re-break highs, that's what I'll be looking for. So I'm waiting for the 15 to tap here. Fairly close to it and see if it could start breaking the high. Where do we get? Because I really like that. I think there'll be room to fill on the break of that high. I stop. Current candle stops. I'm not gonna go much heavier than that on the risk. I want the slingshot to push up here. Start re-breaking the highs. Gotta be this candle. We cannot close bearish on this candle back in range with no top wick. It has to be this candle that slingshots us up. we got in orders here. We broke the previous candle low. We got a massive wick to fill, closure above, bounce off support. Right, look at that area right there. Remember we pointed out earlier, no top wick. I said that no top wick and a drive straight up off of it earlier in the session. Said that was a support that turned into a resistance of sorts. Right, look, we've just tapped right into there. And last time, what did it do? Look at that drive from that level.
Yeah, I'm just worried about this 4 hour continuing to melt since it just flipped.
At that point, like this candle would have to close. It wouldn't flip here. It would just close back in range, and then as the top wood comes up, we'd get out. Or I mean, we'd close the buy stop. The 4 hour has a bottom wick now, right? Previous 4 hour was bullish. We were afraid to take that buy as it didn't have much of a bottom wick, but now we had a closure above. We grabbed orders for the 4 hour, broke the previous 15 low. We spent the first half of this 15-minute candle creating a bottom wick. Can we spend the next half driving up? All right, gang, may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Like a 60, 65 pip stop, something like that. You don't often see stops that small. Five minutes here. Yeah, bro. Already lit. Some? Yes. Thank you, Schlater. See you later, Schlater. Isn't live streaming real time? Why is your price different than ours? This is gold futures. So you, my friend, are most likely on spot gold, right? You're probably trading spot gold right now. You're doing the whole forex thing, whole broker manipulation thing. Yeah. This is a gold futures contract. So charts look similar, but price is different. We're at a different price point, and we have a centralized price where no matter what broker we go to, no matter what broker you go to, the price will be the same. It'll be right now at 47.28.9. Wherever that price is right now, that's what it is for every broker. So yeah, you're just trading a different instrument than a CFD gold. Exactly. You're trading spot price. You're trading XAU USD, which we're trading C micro gold futures contract.
Hey, Wix, would it be better to wait for this 30 to close? Because it looks like it might close late.
Oh yeah, it's 4 minutes here. Yeah, once we get to the last few minutes, we're gonna do this.
Got it. Okay.
Unless it just pushes up right now. Give it to me. Fucker. I know it. I'm gonna click this shit and it's gonna fucking right up. I'll give it 30 seconds. Last 3 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna let the 30 close. See what it wants to do. It looks like a light candle. Like it's the same analysis. Problem is now this is gonna form a resistance. And look, if the closure is back in range on the 30, that 4 hour steeper bottom wick isn't coming. But if it's not, all right, 3 minutes here yet. Delete all this. Let's wait on the 30. Fucking right up right now with 2 minutes to go. You see, I said I'm gonna delete this shit and it's gonna start right now with 2 minutes to go.
Nah, it better not break.
You know what? I honestly think if it breaks, it's a little better for us because then we can actually break and then wait the next candle bottom wick, which would be a pullback. But man, 2 minutes to go here. This can fill the candle in the next 2 minutes. I'd rather it be the next 30. You could get a 15 light candle here as well, right? With this little time to go, 100 seconds, this can flip and close no top wick.
Yeah. And then you have 2 light candles back to back. Oh no, sorry, no, only one. Yeah, one.
Yeah, we can get a light candle there. I would not mind a light candle, honestly, because if you get a light candle, you are likely to push up off the rip, right? On the next candle, you're likely to start doing that. But if you don't, right, you can get that top wick, push back down, then re-break that low, and then start pushing back up. And this is what you might look like. I would like that, the re-break of the highs. Almost the same position that we would have. Is the price of futures gold different from foreign exchange gold? You mean there's no foreign exchange gold, it's just spot price of gold? And then there's a futures contract price, which is the more legitimate price. Spot price is manipulated, can be manipulated from broker to broker, it differs. You know, there's no centralized feed. While in futures, there's a centralized feed coming from an exchange that every broker gets. So they can't manipulate the price. God damn it, man. We about to have the same position, gang. If we can re-break current candle low, I'll have the buy stop here. Same price. Please break that low. Please break that low. We break this previous candle low. Good. Look where we rejected from. Right on the 4-hour level. Hey, bro, to the previous candle low. If we can break the previous candle high now. Current candle high. Actually, I'm fine with the 32 dot. 30 just opened up, the new 30. It broke the previous 30 low. We have a leg candle on this one. We want to re-break the high to have a leg candle entry. If it just comes down here, that's just a 4-hour re-breaking its own low. Damn, that made it. Yeah, 32, 23. At some point, this is just not going to make sense if we just keep going down. Look, it's tapped the previous resistance that you could be utilized as a support. You know, we can completely redraw the map here and eventually just take buys if we form them here at 23. Like I said, if we start slingshotting back up, I'm going to expect this to fill. Not, then that's just a 4-hour coming down because the previous 4-hour has not much of range. It has a wick, but not much that we already filled, and we bounced off a 4-hour level. Last time we bounced from here. Look at that right down. Wicks, you might know spot price is what I'm not understanding you, my friend. What are you trying to tell me? What is the sell limit on spot gold? That was a partial TP, brother.
I just finished there. Just finished the Stairmaster.
You just finished what? Yeah, get rid of this. Yeah, get rid of these buys. Maybe we'll have a fake out sell here. This was, you know what? Why this made sense? This was the 4-hour that made a low. I'm just looking at it now. I didn't see it on the 4-hour. Maybe because I'm sick. I don't know what the reason is. I'm not as sharp. But if we bounced off that 4-hour level, right? We had a bottom wick first. We had a bottom wick. We came up, and then we rebroke that wick. Typically, that's a very similar entry to yesterday's. Problem is, yesterday we didn't have a previous resistance that could turn into support in the way, but over here we did. But it did the same thing. The 4-hour made that low, high, and then it rebroke the low here. So you can expect the 4-hour to come down there. Yeah, delete the. No harm, no foul. Yeah, what was I saying earlier? Wicks, you might know spot price is what the gold street price is and is widely accepted throughout the world. Future prices of gold are not authoritative, and you got that way backwards, bro. Then why does futures volume lead spot movement almost every session? Price discovery happens where the liquidity and participation are, right? So spot follows the narrative created by derivatives, and it happens much more than people realize, right? Like if futures weren't authoritative, let me put it this way, institutions wouldn't hedge, speculate, or manage exposure through them at the scale that they do, right? The whole point, why is it called the futures market? I went over this the other day. Gang. Right? You guys think the futures market is where people bet on the price going up and down? It's not true. At its core, the futures market is where the world prices certainty. The entire world will price in certainty on the futures market, right? Because I spoke about this before also. Airlines hedge fuel, farmers hedge crop, institutions manage risk. Think about it. It's where all the real money in the world goes to manage risk, right? It's where they go to remove uncertainty from the future. So that's why the market is called futures, because they're removing the uncertainty from the future and they're telling you, hey, this is the market. It's not gambling. It's not trading. The futures market is the insurance for the global economy. Okay? And we're not here, but like you guys think we're here to hedge? No, that's where the world comes to hedge. I'm here because of what that creates overall, the environment that it creates overall. We are all here because of the environment that creates. right? I spoke about this yesterday also. When you have participants who have to transact, who have to place trades, because no matter what, they got to place trades, that creates predictable behavior. We're not here to hedge, right? We're here to read the footprints of those that do hedge, and it's going to create emotions, urgency, imbalances, all this fun stuff. But we are trading the reaction to necessity. We know a trade's going to be placed. We understand the market has to be traded. There are trades being placed every day by institutions, by businesses, by corporations, by farmers, airlines, everybody. So if we know they have to place trades, it's going to create a pattern. There's going to be a moment where somebody has to buy, where somebody has to sell, and we're going to position ourselves around all that pressure by understanding that it has to happen. And it's going to create a predictable move. I was really hoping when I saw the Tory Trades podcast, when somebody asked her, like, so do you know what the futures market is? Like, what is it really for? I was really hoping for an answer like that. Like, that's what I was thinking she was going to say. Like, somewhere along the lines of understanding that it's the insurance for the global economy. That's why it's called futures, right? It's where the world goes to price out uncertainty from the future, right? It's where they go to hedge. And anything like that. And then she's like, well, I honestly don't know. I'm like, and yours? Like, you teaching people, right, Tori? There's people following you, right, Tori? She said, well, I actually don't know what a I'm like, you're an educator in the space. You should probably know how the fucking thing works. I was so disappointed. I was like, all right, she gonna get this. This easy one, Tori. Like, let's go. Remove 2 wrong answers, please. You got 1 lifeline. To be honest, I don't trust girls at all. Bro. I be taking detours all the time because my Navi be saying turn right here. It's a woman. I'd be like, nah, I think I'm just gonna go straight. I swear, the ATM voice is a lady. And every time I take out money out the ATM, it says what I took out, but I gotta recount it. I don't trust it either. I got trust issues, I swear. I'll be recounting money from the ATM. What about when you take flights? Whenever they do the whole seatbelt thing, the flight attendants, I always ask for clarification. I'm like, this is getting really difficult right now. Can you come over and explain to me, like, personally, like, what are we doing? Am I putting this into the flap? What am I? I've never seen this before. Hold on a second, chat. Give me a sec. Wait, Benny. Four hours got a bottom wick now. Gonna wait on this 1 hour to close. $15 look good. 15 look good. No school tomorrow, you know that? No school tomorrow? You want to go? I'll take you. Yeah, your sister's not going, but you got to go. I think I might take you and Lily. Oh, man. Sorry, gang. This med's wearing off, and I'm fucking not feeling good. I just felt like for the last like 5-10 minutes, I've been like getting. I was gonna say hot flashes. No, your boy's not pregnant. I'm not feeling well. Yeah, I might just call. I wanted to see the 1 hour through here because we might get in like the fake out here, and if we are below here, I really do not mind taking positions off the hourly, right? We can get that celery play going. We got room to come down here. We got to get a top wick, but that's 6 minutes, so I think I'm gonna wait the hourly through, see if we could get that top wick into there and come back down. I might be asleep by that moment, honestly. And my daughter's over here. It's 11 p.m. She's like, Dad, come. I want you to put me to bed. Right, kiddo? Come here. Come. She's literally abusing Benny right now. He's sleeping, so she grabbed his jaw, and she's trying to open it all the way while he's sleeping to put her head in. Like an alligator. Benny, come here. Come here. Come on. Get away from her. Oh, come here, boy. I haven't seen you. The stream has not been seeing you for a little while, buddy. Come here, buddy. No. Hey. Spot. Oh, why are you nibbling? Oh, give me back my shirt, bro. Ow. Hey. Come on. Dog, man. Yo, this fucking dog. Yo, if you guys see how fucking big he is. Holy crap. Bro, I'm sick. What are you doing? I don't feel good. Oh, he just slobbered all over the shit. Over here, nibbling on my elbow right here. Man, he's a good boy, yeah. All right, move over. Go over there. Spot. Go out. Go outside. Go to your spot. Spot now. No, Spot. Get away. Come here. That's my daughter, Benny. Get away. Stop. He's pushing his way through because he's jealous. He wants to be on here too. Stop, bro. Guy just hates that she's on my lap. He can't handle it. He's pissed.
Like, nope, nothing happened.
All right, 2 minutes. He's sad. 300 likes. We got 100 likes. That's a W. Thank you, gang. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I didn't expect 100 likes today. I didn't expect much today. I didn't even expect people to really show up because everyone knew I was sick. Because I put out a message and then I was like, I smoked that joint. I was like, all right, I gotta do it. But I like, if I'm being, completely, like, if I'm keeping it a buck, I'm struggling. I want to see this next hour. I want to see this 1 hour through. I want to see how we open up on the next hour and see if maybe we get some positions. If not, we'll call it here. Tomorrow's our last stream of the week, I believe, right? What's today? Is today Thursday? Oh yeah, today's Thursday. So, whoops, sorry, wrong button. Yeah, it's only Thursday, so today is our last Asian of the week. It's been a wild week. It's been a crazy week. I think we're up at 400 pips for the week. In the signal channel, 300 to 400 pips. Maybe more. Maybe I'm bugging because there was a bunch of smaller trade, like 20, 15 pips. So we might be more. Definitely over 400 pips. Been a great month so far. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. It's been a really great quarter two. It's been a really good ending to quarter one with March. I mean, I'm very content here, right? One day we don't get a trade, or one day we're not as sharp as we usually are. It happens. And I gotta admit, I'm not as sharp as I am. Like, my mental clarity is not at 100%. It's because of how I feel, right? But it is what it is, right? You still show up, you still watch the charts, you still trade. At least you still pay attention, right? And this is knowledge guided by experience, I always say, right? So this is part of that experience. There we go. The hourly's closed bearish, back in range here. 30 closed bearish. 15. How old is Benny? He's 2. He turned 2 on Valentine's Day. His birthday is February 14th, Valentine's Day. Not seeing anything right now. I'm kind of right there with you. I was looking to see if we get a top wick to here without breaking that low, without flipping bearish. But if we flip bearish right now, get down to support, start coming up here, highly likely the 4 hour is going to flip bullish eventually to drive. Okay, so what I wanted to see was a top wick first to see if we can start heading down. We do have a top wick first, but I would have needed it up to the 1 hour levels here, right? If we can get it up to here, we can use this level as a stop, as a entry to the left. Yeah, it looks like we're getting that bottom wick. Flip bearish. Yeah, it's not doing nothing great. Hey, gang, I'm gonna call it a session here. I'm gonna be here tomorrow morning. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try to be here at around 8:30, latest 9. But I really want to close out the week strong. I want our last session to be live. for the week. I want to get some dubs. So I'll be here tomorrow morning for New York session. And after that, it's the weekend. So I don't see you guys till Monday unless you got the bundle and then you're part of the private community. And I'll see you guys on Sunday for our weekly market open at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for Asian session, where we will trade and I will do a 50K giveaway just for everybody in the private community. So if you're new here, please show up to that session. If you're not, go get the bundle. Could have been up 400 pips this week. You could have been up 2,000 pips last month. You could have been up 4,000 pips in quarter two. But you decided to just watch. Just watch the reels. You keep watching the same reels over and over thinking, hey, when am I ever going to catch those? And you never hop on and you never do. So please join up. Help yourself. All right. Signal channel. If I see anything outside of stream, I'll obviously call it, but I feel like crap. I apologize to you guys. I owe you a really fire, energetic, vibey stream, and I try my best, but I just feel like crap. So I will see everybody here tomorrow for New York session. I'll see the Asian gang here on Sunday. Everybody else, I'll see you guys in the Discord. If you haven't done so yet and you want to be there on Sunday, get the bundle. If you have so, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Make sure you show up with your full mental clarity, your accounts intact, ready to be traded, and that's when I'll see you guys. Zoom gang, see you guys in the Discord and on Sunday.
Feel better, man.
Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. Congrats to everybody that joined up and already got their accounts. If you got the bundle and didn't get your account yet, just wait. Tonight, tomorrow, at some point, you will receive your accounts. And Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. There's a W for joining again. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. I'm gonna go put this little one to bed. And see you tomorrow. Okay? As for me, gang, you guys already know the deal. My time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session in the books. Have a good night, everybody. What did my daughter say? Bye-bye. Pew. All right. Stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy. And I'm going to go try to get healthy for tomorrow's stream. Later.